words he speaks are true. We're all humanary stew. We don't pledge allegiance to the Black Widow.
The horror that he'll bring, the horror of his sting, the unholiest of kings, the Black Widow.
Hello and welcome to the Spider's Parlor. I am the Spider. Well, this is it, people. The final installment of my Deviant discography of Alice Cooper. And we culminate with Alice's 2008 effort, Along Came a Spider. And for the record, this is the, no pun intended, this is the LP, the album. And if you want to see what the cover of the album, or CD, was like, it was this. The album, I just thought this was fantastic that he brought us an LP. Look at this inside. Told through Steven's eyes. The concept of Along Came a Spider is about a serial killer who calls himself Spider, who thinks he's a spider. He wraps his victims in silk, matching the silk based on their eye color. He amputates one leg because he wants to form his own spider out of human legs. The police are aware of this and they're starting to put two and two together. In fact, the opening prologue is, "We found his diary today. He wrote about it in great detail, how cleverly he planned all of the killings, how precisely he executed his insane fantasies. It was all so perfect except for one thing. And then he goes into I Know Where You Live, which more or less shows the stalking of his victims. Then we go into the first single from this album, Vengeance Is Mine. He's getting out of prison. We don't know quite what he's in for, so I consider this more or less the song before he started doing all these murders. And then Wake the Dead. In fact, one of the best lines on that song is, "Give me a redhead, give me a brunette, send a blonde to me. When I unwind, I'm colorblind. They're all the same to me." My favorite song is the fourth song, Catch Me If You Can. I want to hear that song so bad live, it's not even funny. Especially with which limb will I choose? Which one gets sawed in half? Which leg would you lose to an arachnophobic psychopath? Catch me if you can. I'd wrestle with the devil, I'd do it again. I love that song. It just spoke to me the whole point of the album. It's more or less his taunting to the police. Imagine if this had been written out in a letter and sent a la Zodiac Killer or Jack the Ripper or whatever. And then we go into In Touch with Your Feminine Side, which I got to see him do live last year during the psychodrama show. And I love that. Stop running, stop hiding, just want to get in touch with your feminine side. Wrapped in silk. The whole gist of the what he does to them, he wraps them in silk. And then Killed by Love. Part of the three-part video that he did was Killed by Love, which is he falls in love with the 8th intended victim, but he can't kill her. Uh-oh. Then Hungry. I got a bed in my basement, fit for two. I got some chloroform and handcuffs just for you. How freaking creepy is that? Wow. And, you know, that song's called Hungry, and we have to assume, is he hungry for his desire for her, or did he cannibalize them as well? As a spider, he would have, if he's going as far as to live up to the spider credo. And then the one that got away, with the opening lyric that I remember reading a post online that someone played this in a jukebox at some diner or restaurant or whatever, and that opening line made almost everybody turn around. You look like you'd fit in the trunk of my car. That's, that would be, this is Spider's pickup line. It wouldn't be, hey baby, you look great, blah, blah, blah. No, it's, you look like you'd fit in the trunk of my car. I might let you live, I might go too far. And then, wow. And then, salvation. It's like, what if Spider has this religious epiphany? Like, I've done this, I've done something wrong. Oh my God, what am I going to do? And then finally, I am the Spider, which is more or less him telling it's his confession of who he is, what he's doing. Spun his web deep inside her. My darkness will guide her. I am the Spider.